So a lot of people who own homes, maybe they have a partner or a spouse who they own that home with. So how do you kind of get your partner or spouse on board with something like the shred method?
Yeah, man, it's such a good question because I think obviously money issues, differences in money mindset is probably one of the greatest reasons that partnerships fail and marriages fail. And I was lucky enough that my wife and I got on the same page financially years and years ago. Candidly, we read a book called Smart Couples Finish Rich by David Bach. And in that book, David Bach talked about women and men have different risk tolerances. And one of the questions that he encouraged couples to ask each other is, how much do you need in savings to feel safe and secure at any given point in time? And when I asked my wife that, we were young couple, maybe a year or two into our marriage. And I asked her, hey, honey, how much do you need in savings to feel safe and secure? And she said $20,000. And I thought she'd hit the Listerine too hard that morning. You know what I mean? Because I was like, that is an insane amount of money to have in a money market account. She's like, you asked. So in answer to your question, Andrew, I think that the way to get a couple or a spouse or a partner on board with you on this is number one, have really honest discussions about what keeps you up at night around money. Because some people our bills are really high. And if your bills are really high and you freak out about that, well, the shred method has an answer because your bills are going to go down, 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 down over a period of time. If somebody says, I'm just freaked out that if an emergency happens, we're not going to have enough money to cover it, which ultimately is a how much in savings do you need kind of question. But as you use the shred method and you're creating more and more and more equity in your property, you have more liquidity on that line of credit. So if your house needs a new roof, the water heater goes out, the car breaks down, kids need braces, and you're like, well, where's this $5,000 going to come from? Boom, it comes from the HELOC.